Hussein Farhat is a pathological liar. And so I can't wait to tell you all the lies that Hussein Farhat has been spewing for years. Video is not clickbait. The rise and fall of Hussein Farhat. Coach Greg in today's video, the rise and fall of Hussein Farhat. I know that you're likely not gonna believe this, but Hussein Farhat has been outed. And so it truly saddens me to have to make this video. But there is in fact evidence, and lots of it, that Hussein has been scamming us all along. And so a very small channel has put all of the evidence together, and he has won. He's beaten us. And so I'm gonna play the video and show everything that he stated so that you can see once for all that Hussein is a pathological liar. He's been lying to all of us, even Coach Greg, for months and or years. Greg's crashing out harder than last time. He's not going to sue you. He knows how to make money on drama. It's his business model. He'll have a video about you by tomorrow. You're his new Eddie Hall. I tried commenting about you on Greg's new video, but my comments are getting deleted, laughing my ass off. I mean, you guys have got me. Clearly, I go on all of my videos and I delete all of your comments. I've been trying to cover it up. After all, how many videos did I post today? 4, right? And so what I've been doing is I've been posting video after video today, trying to make the comments go away. I know I can't keep up with them. I can't delete them fast enough. And so I keep putting a brand new video. But so many people are going to the comment section saying Hussein Farhat and Coach Greg are liars that I just don't know what to do. And so I've given up. I'm throwing in the towel. I got my white flag on. It's a bracelet. And I'm recording this video as an emergency. I'm on a family cruise with my family, but this couldn't stop. And so the rise and fall of Hussein Farhat. Let's now watch the video. And so what's going to happen is he's going to prove that Hussein lied to me and that I covered up this lie.
This is Hussein Farhat, a pathological liar who was recently blown up on the internet for his absolutely insane physique.
Right off the bat, a banger, a mic drop. Hussein Farhat is a pathological liar. But now what you need to do is watch the rest of the video to see what he's a pathological liar about. A pathological liar is somebody who lies harder than last time all of the friggin' time.
Hussein lies to his young audience of millions by claiming that he achieved this physique quote unquote naturally within only 3 years.
And so the main lie is that he was natural in that transformation of which he put on close to 60 pounds. In under 3 years. I mean, does that make any logical sense? I mean, it doesn't. I mean, it sounds like the type of thing that only 1 in a million people could do. And so we know the odds are very, very slim. 1 in a million, it's not often that can happen. It happens 1 in a million. Maybe 37 people in all of our entire country could have done it. And half those people are old, half are babies, and so it's very rare. Not many people could do it. Are we clear on that? Okay, we're all on the same page. Hard to do that transformation. 1 in a million.
And this is cookbook salesman and IFBB pro Greg Doucette, who has been helping Hussein perpetuate this lie for his own gain.
And so I had to make a video saying he was natural because in the blood work, it showed that he was natural. I didn't want to lie to my audience. I mean, I thought he was a fake natty. I looked at his physique and said, there's no way. 1 in a million chance. And then I got the blood work and I said 1 in a million. But this guy, he proves that he was actually not 1 in a million.
In this video, I'll be explaining how and why Greg went from calling Hussein out on being a fake natty to helping him lie to everyone about being natural and even making him a co-owner of Greg's own supplement company in the process.
And so clearly what happened is I lied, covered up his lie, put him as co-owner as part of my HLT company in order to make millions and millions of dollars. And it worked until today.
He also talks about how Hussein didn't gain a single fat cell while putting on 60 pounds of lean contractile tissue. This goes far beyond any body recomposition that any new lifter in the gym can pull off.
Yeah, it's like only 1 in a million could do it. It's weird. It's like only 1 in a million could do it. It's as if all the stuff that Greg said is actually accurate and that it's extremely rare. Like hardly anyone could do it. Like 1 in a million maybe. If you're watching this, the chances of you pulling off a Hussein Farhat, 1 in a million.
This is me 3 years ago at 132 pounds and around 13% body fat. And this is me 3 years later at 183 pounds, but also at a much higher body fat percentage of about 18%.
And so this guy who made the video, he was only able to put on 50 pounds while increasing his body fat, while Hussein Farhat put on 60 pounds while decreasing his body fat. And so Hussein improved even more than he did. And so it's impossible. And so he wins. Hussein Farhat probably put on 10 or 15 pounds more muscle than this guy. No one could do that. He wins. I mean, the video could end right here, right? I mean, he just proved that Hussein Farhat is not natural because he put on more muscle than this guy. I mean, this guy has the best genetics in the world. No one could put on more muscle than this guy. And so anyone that puts on more muscle than him clearly is a fake natty. Your IQ is, let's say, 160. So 1 in maybe 1,000 people are smarter than you, but you're quite smart. But is it possible that somebody's IQ is like 200? I think I have to change my mind. I think that this isn't a mic drop. I think it's possible still, like that, now that I think about it, that Hussein is still 1 in a million and put on even more muscle than this guy. I mean, I thought he was a fake natty because Hussein put on 60 pounds, this guy only put on 50. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's possible that someone's even better than you, even though you're really good. Like, he put on 50 pounds, it's ridiculous. Like, it's sus. Like, even him, he might be natty. But it's possible someone that has even better genetics than him. I know it doesn't seem possible, but I can't conclude that Hussein is a fake natty just from that alone. I need a little bit more evidence, of which, of course, there's way more in this video. But that, as soon as I watch that, I'm like, oh man, he's the mastermind. I mean, why would I have written a comment on his wall? Like, why would I do that? He had only like 150 views. It's very obvious. It's as if he put 17 years of training in only a matter of 17 months. To me, this is indicative of a guy who is using performance-enhancing drugs. Yeah, I mean, I just said it. It's indicative of somebody who's using performance-enhancing drugs. It indicates it. It suggests it. Unless you had like, I don't know, what was that number again? 1 in a million odds.
Hussein tries to play it off as if he made 17 years worth of gains in only 17 months. It's quite frankly insulting that he even tries to lie about being natural.
Yeah, it's insulting that he would even try about being natural. I mean, unless he's a 1 in a millioner, because like, I'm a 1.8%er. Did you guys know I was a commander? Hussein is also a commander, but on top of that, he's a 1 in a millioner. I also feel like I'm a 1 in a millionaire. I have a freaking IBB Pro card. I'm a 49-year-old manlet, and you're all watching me right now. Did you all know that? Everyone watching me right now is watching me right now. You like this. What are the odds that you would watch Coach Greg on a cruise ship in the dark talking about if Hussein Farhat is Farhatting his hat? It's Coach Greg After Hours.
We all love it.
We like Coach Greg After Hours.
I dig it.
The deep voice Coach Greg.
It goes hard.
It goes real hard. As hard as I'm gonna go at you tonight. What did he say? I personally don't believe it. Even with steroids, this kind of transformation, this kind of physique is very rare. Do you all agree with me? It's very unbelievable, seeing as only 1 in how much?
A million.
A million could do it. And so, if you're a betting man, you're taking the odds. 1 in a million chance. But do you know what is a great bet to take right now? If Hussein Farhat fails a drug test, you get $100,000. It costs about $1,000 to do the drug test. That's 100 to 1 odds for those of you who have IQs of 79. All you guys who want to make money, like this guy, he's got a lot of followers, start a GoFundMe and collect the money. And when you get $1,000, you then pay for the test. And when you win $100,000, you can give it back to all your wonderful subscribers. Say, everyone that chips in, I'm going to pay 10x what you give me. That's an amazing scheme if I ever saw one. I think I would contribute to that. But then it's a conflict of interest. It'll be like, oh, Greg biased it. Like, I literally want to pay for Hussein's test. I called Hussein today. I don't like all that's going on. Hey, I want you to do a drug test. It's like, yeah, well, I'm down, but like, if you pay for the drug test and you go over the blood work, people are going to say that you're lying. I'm like, yeah, but the first time you asked me to go over it, I wasn't friends with you. I didn't know you. I didn't do any of this. And then I went over the test and everyone said I'm covering for you. And so we need someone else. So maybe Derek can do it. And then when Derek says he's natural, then I don't know, TNF could do it. And like, we just keep going from one person to person. But hey, this is good. But y'all know why I wrote that comment, right? I wanted to go viral. 4D chess with all of you. I want people to accuse Hussein of being a fake natty. I want you to accuse me. I want all the accusations. Togi put it best. To get famous, you want 50% of people to love you and 50% to hate you. And why? Because the comments, they go crazy. Look at this guy. How do you think he's getting so many views? The comments going crazy. Oh, Coach Greg's a battered person. Coach Greg's a liar. Hussein's a liar. Downfall of Coach Greg, downfall of Hussein, and then everyone goes viral. And so this man who put on 50 pounds in 3 years, he also understands the game. And so he's making this video knowing it's going to get views. And that's why he made that video saying, Coach Greg is threatening to sue me when I actually didn't, which is also libel when you make accusations. And so if I give somebody some friendly advice, hey, in the future, be careful when you make videos, because if you deliberately lie about somebody, it's actually known as libel. And say, I'm going to sue, but then they make the video. And so if you, for example, start a video and say, Hussein Farhat is a pathological liar.
This is Hussein Farhat, a pathological liar.
That is a clear and concise statement. But if it isn't true, it isn't true. Now, if you say, there's no way I believe that Hussein Farhat is natural, that's completely different than saying he is a pathological liar. He is a snake oil salesman. He is a this. Those are very accusatory statements. Instead of saying, I think, I believe, this leads me to believe. This is what I think is going on. So I'm just trying to teach him.
It is simply not achievable naturally, and definitely not in only 3 years.
I said it's very rare. Him saying not achievable natural, 1 in a...
A million.
1 in a million. Very rare. Doesn't mean it's not possible.
I genuinely believe Hussein didn't try training natty for a single day and that he started juicing from day one.
And so that statement, totally fair. I believe that Hussein Farhat started taking steroids on day one. To make that transformation, I think he started blasting on day one. Nothing wrong with that. That's what he believes. Nothing wrong with that.
He literally says that before he started working out, he put off starting his gym journey because he knew it was going to be a long process and didn't want to wait. This is why he ended up taking a shortcut.
That is the biggest stretch I've ever seen in my life. Hussein Farhat said, you know, it's going to be a long journey to put on all this muscle. Because why? Well, he probably watched Coach Greg videos. He probably watched other people make videos. And most people take 10 years to put on a decent amount of muscle. And so he thought, you know, probably going to take me years to develop this kind of physique. And so he decided, hey, I want to get girls, I want to look good, I may as well start training right now. And to his surprise, his amazement, he was a 1 in a million. Do you think he expected to put on 40 pounds of muscle in 2 years or whatever amount of time that it was? Of course not. It just happened. Do you think I expected to be a 5'6" manlet my entire life when I was 5'6" at 13? Absolutely not. I thought I'd keep growing, but yet I didn't.
Been doing this for 2.5 years now, and I went from 120-ish pounds, and I'm 182, 83 now.
And so as you're watching this video unfold, you're hearing me say, I don't believe that you're natural. I'm very skeptical. I can't wait to go over your blood work. Does that sound like somebody that's lying and covering up for him? I mean, you see my facial reaction. You see me calling him out in public. We weren't best friends before this. We literally just met up at the gym. That's how much muscle I put in my whole life. He was able to do it in 2 years. So I don't know how he's gonna prove me wrong.
2.5.
I believed he was a fake natty. I said it to his face. Not many people have the balls to do this. I talk to you, I'm gonna say the same thing to you that I would say online in person. Jeff Seed, would you say he was natural as a teenager or enhanced?
I would say he's not.
The reason that we know Jeff Seed wasn't natural as a teenager, or at least we think he's not, is because he had 20 pounds more muscle as a teenager than he does right now. Last I checked, you don't get to your natural genetic limit as a teen. Your muscles, they keep getting bigger until you're perhaps in your 30s. But if you suddenly peak as a teenager, and then every year as you get older, you lose muscle, it's indicative of you went on something back then. Now, if Hussein Farhat suddenly lost all his muscle, if he was 184 pounds right now, and next year he's 164 pounds with the same amount of body fat, you'd be saying, whoa, what happened? How did you lose all that muscle? That would indicate bro is not natural.
Correctly calling David Lade a fake natty, but insisting that his own physique transformation was done naturally when his is more impressive than what David Lade was able to do in that time frame is just so shameless.
Yeah, but the difference is David Lade literally admitted that he's taking peptides. And he also put on, I think it was 80 pounds on his bench press when he was a teenager. And he's weaker now in his 20s than he was in his teens. And so, since when do teenagers get stronger and peak as teens and get weaker into their 20s? And so, if David Lade had continued to get bigger, put on more muscle and get bigger, well, you'd say, hey, he's just perhaps 1 in a million.
After all of this, something changed, because Hussein sent Greg a singular blood panel.
Exactly. Everything changed when I looked at his blood work, of which you can trace back for likely about 3 months. If it had been just a drug test, he could have just stopped taking whatever he's taking. And so, for example, if he had stopped taking Anavar, which might only stay in his system for 3 weeks, or stopped taking Test Pro, perhaps only a couple of weeks, he could have cycled off. But remember, he did the blood test a day or two later. He didn't have time to cycle off.
We have to conclude 100% natural.
So that's it, right? Hussein milled Greg's blood work, Greg analyzed it, and it all checked out. Hussein is 100% natty. Wrong.
Why does he say wrong? When I made that video, I said Hussein is natural right now. At least for the 3 months prior to that, we know he was natural, because if he wasn't, it would have been proven in his blood work. Now, does that mean he couldn't have been on steroids when he was 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21? Nope, it doesn't prove any of that. And so, is it in fact possible that Hussein Farhat went on steroids the first day he joined the gym and stopped at least 3 months before doing the blood work? Absolutely, of course it's possible.
He's not on these things. He's clearly natural. Based on the blood work, based on the evidence, this guy, 1 in a million genetics.
What I said is, Hussein Farhat, you have to think he's 100% natural. Now, if he had stopped taking steroids, SARMs, PEP, whatever, 3 months prior to doing that blood work, would it not make sense that he would have lost muscle leading into the test? Now, here's how it works when you take steroids. SARMs, anything. While you're on them, you put on a shit ton of muscle and strength. Your body is here and you take steroids and it goes up very, very quickly. It's insane. You're so strong and so huge.
That's what she said.
And then when you stop taking the steroids, your body, it regresses and you get weaker. But at the time of the blood work, his body hadn't regressed. And so I'm thinking, well, he's been natural for 3 months, he has all this muscle, and so how am I supposed to explain this? And so I said, you know what would really shut people up? If you entered a drug-tested bodybuilding competition and literally won the competition, and if you offered $50,000 to anyone to come and test you at any time during the year, don't care if it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, anytime. And so a number of times we wrote this. Hey, tell us where to go, we'll show up. No one took him up on his offer. $50,000. I mean, if you're sure he's going to fail the drug test, why not take him up on the offer? What's it going to cost you? $1,000 and you're going to make 50? But then the excuses are, I'm a poor student, I can't afford to drug test Hussein. Then find someone who can. Call up Togi right now. Get on the phone. Everyone message Togi. He's a gambling man. Togi, if you can prove that Hussein Farhat is not natural, you win 100 bandos. And so when Hussein dieted for this competition and won, if he had been natural this entire time, remember, he had cycled off, would he have not have lost all of his muscle while dieting? Or not perhaps all, but a lot of it? Did you not see his crazy strided triceps? Bro was peeled. If he was on steroids to get that physique and then went 100% natural, how did he maintain all of that muscle?
Greg throws skepticism out of the window and instantly accepts a singular blood panel as proof of natty status. Do you see the contradiction?
Did I not say anyone can come test him at any time? And why do you think I told him to do drug-tested competition? He could have entered a non-tested competition. Then what do you have all said? Oh, notice, he enters a non-tested show. Why do you think that is? Because he hopped on. And so he enters a drug-tested bodybuilding competition. He gets his blood work done on a random day with no advance notice, passes everything. But that's not enough. And so Derek, Hussein is calling you out. Now, myself and Derek, we have beef. He sells fake Ajuga Turkistanica. You can say that's libel if you want, but I have proof that it's not real, and so I can say it as much as I want. And so he's not going to sue me because I have the receipts. He's been third-party testing. It's not Ajuga Turkistanica. And so if you want actual Turk Builder Max, you know where to get it from Coach Greg. Do I look like I'm selling snake oil? Derek, test Hussein. Do we look like we're worried? And Derek doesn't need the $100,000. He's probably making 10 million plus from having Merrick Health. But hey, if he wants to make a quick $100,000 by testing Hussein Farhat, proving that he's a fake natty, then by all means. I mean, he took up Andrew Tate for only $50,000. This is double that. And Hussein has double the muscle of Andrew Tate. And so where's the test, Derek? Let's see it. Do y'all want Derek from More Plates, More Dates to randomly at any time during the year, multiple times, to test him? Do we look nervous? I can't wait till we get to the mic drop moment where we prove that Hussein is a fake natty. But hey, let's keep watching the video.
What he simply could have done is gotten a friend of his who is natty to take a blood test at the same time as he did, and then simply copy his name from his own blood work and Photoshop it onto his friend's clean blood work.
So perhaps he has an identical twin that hasn't yet been verified. I mean, he got a friend to go in and say, hey, friend, are you natural? Okay, I want you to go in with my ID, get your blood work done in the Canadian healthcare system, scam the government, and send the fake results to Coach Greg so that we can trick Coach Greg into proving that he's natural. That's what he's suggesting. I mean, the odds of him doing that are perhaps 1 in a million.
Greg just immediately accepts one singular blood test and against all common logic starts parading Hussein around as a natty phenom.
And so why doesn't he talk about the fact that he entered a drug-tested bodybuilding competition? Is it because that doesn't fit his narrative? When you think you have a mic drop on Coach Greg, you have to analyze everything because I am playing 4D chess with all of you. I'm literally Nick Avocado, only not literally him.
2 steps ahead.
Why would Greg just immediately take this dubious blood work at face value when he should obviously know better? Well, what's the single biggest motivator for anything in this world? Money.
Money? Bro has never had sex before. He said the biggest motivator is money. No. I would be more motivated to live longer than last time, to improve my power on my bicycle. Money is not the biggest motivator.
Greg didn't just sign Hussein to his supplement company as an ambassador, he has made Hussein a co-owner of his company. This just goes to show that Greg is incredibly eager to have and keep Hussein on board.
He's thinking ahead, he's thinking this is what happened. So Greg met this young phenom, this 1 in a millionaire, who somehow scammed him, lied to him, sent him fake blood work from his friend, proved that he was a natural, and then what Coach Greg did, he signed him to his team and in no way ever wanted to have any chance that he could be tested ever again. No one can say he's a fake natty. Or if they do, I'll sue them. If that was actually true, that would make a lot of sense. I mean, I'm thinking about it, I'm putting myself in this guy's shoes, and I'm thinking, okay, I could see why he thinks that. Because if Hussein was lying and it came to fruition, it would hurt my business tremendously, and so I wouldn't want that to happen. And so why would I have written that original comment on your wall when you had 150 views? Why would I bother to help promote your channel? When I write a comment on somebody's wall, I know it helps them to go viral. And so now that you know that I'm just as smart, as if possibly even smarter than you, that I might even be 4D chessing you right now, think about it. Why would I even respond in this video? Why am I making this video right now? I could have let it die out. If I had not written that comment, if I had not reacted in this video, you would have had possibly maybe a week of fame. People would talk about you for a week, and then the next thing would come along. Somebody turns pro, somebody fails a drug test, somebody else does something. It always takes place. I mean, think of it. People right now don't even care that Derek is selling fake Ajuca Turkestanica that had 0.36 milligrams of testosterone in it. People don't even care that the Liver King was a fake natty. People don't care. They move on with their lives. And so if I didn't want your video to go viral, I would have prevented it from going viral. But I allowed it and in fact helped it. And why? So that I could make this video, so that Hussein could make his video, so that we can challenge the world. You really think Hussein Farhat's a fake natty? You don't believe he's a 1 in a million. I know you don't trust me because me and Hussein were friends and business partners. And so send it to other people. Who's it going to be? Who wants to go over Hussein's blood work next time? Is it TNF? Is it Derek? Who do you want to go over his blood work? And the winner of this challenge gets 100 bandos. It's 100 grand. And so he's proven that he's a fake natty. You've watched the video. He's proven it, right? And so who wants to reap the rewards? And remember, maybe Hussein jumped off right now. He hopped off right now. Oh my goodness, the video's out. I better cycle off. Well, it takes 3 weeks for Anavar to clear. If he's on test and NFA, it's going to take months. If he's on Tren, it's going to take 5 months or more. If he's on DECA, it could take up to a year. EQ, 5 months or more. Winstraw, at least 3 weeks. Test Pro, probably 2 weeks or more. Test Base or Test Suspension, he could probably get away with it in a matter of days. And so what drug is he actually taking? And remember, with blood work, it isn't days, it's months. And so if he gets his blood work taken, which is way more indicative of using performance enhancing drugs than a drug test, well, we'll have the proof he doesn't have the time to cycle off. Even if it's in 2 weeks, even if it's in a month. And so who wants to make the 100 grand? If he passes the first test, that's okay. You can pay it again in next week or maybe the next day. Keep doing it because you know he's lying, right? I mean, you know he's a fake natty. And I'm covering for him. Does it look like I'm covering for him? If I knew that he was a fake natty, hiding, hey, Coach Greg, I'm actually in secret using steroids, don't announce it, would I be making this video? So you know that I think he's actually natural because I would not be making this video. And you have to think that I'm smarter than almost all of you. You understand this, right? I'm a 49-year-old friggin' manlet and I've got millions of followers. I know what I'm talking about. And so this video, babe, it's actually picking up a lot of steam. It's got 38,000 views. And so I did it. I planned all of this, orchestrated it all. This video is going to get over 100,000 views. Hussein Farhat's going to be more popular than ever. Coach Greg is going to be in the news yet again. Coach Greg the liar, the most hated man in the fitness industry. But what I need is some of y'all to hate me. You've been liking me a bit too much lately. Coach Greg, Gregging your Doucette, he's such a nice guy, met hip with him. He's been on podcasts. He's been doing all these great, wonderful things. We needed some controversy. Did you notice all the nice things people say about me lately?
The Prime Minister in Malta.
Meeting up with the Prime Minister in Malta, helping make gyms free for 6 months. I mean,
good.
Bro, I've been doing too many good things. I had the me and Mike Isertel beef going strong. That had to end. Then we had the Eddie Hall thing, but Eddie Hall doesn't record any friggin' videos about me. And so I had to create something new. And so I wrote the comment early. How do you think I see all these videos? I work almost all the time. This is what I do. I scour the globe. Who's making a video about me or anyone that works about me? Who's doing this? Who's doing that? Looking for videos. And I write the comment. And I put in the bait. Y'all ate it up. I can't wait for this video to come out. I can't wait for it to go viral. I can't wait for Hussein's video to go viral. Let's prove Hussein Farhat is a fake natty and let's make the video true. Video is not clickbait. The rise and fall of Hussein Farhat. All we got to do is make him take a drug test, blood work, whatever, from anyone, and we will see him fall. Unless, of course, he's 1 in a million. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Please like the video if you like. Don't forget to watch one of those 2 bloops. And of course, the cookbooks, the training books, the coaching plans by me and my team. Remember, reduced prices. If you want to work with the best coach in the world, Coach Greg, apply by clicking the link in the description. I want to help you transform your physique and reach all of your fitness goals. And until next time, I am out.